What we try and do is we try and talk about case studies and look at what other schools are doing. And Louisa is the best placed person to do that because she's done lots of site visits with the Our Schools, Our World programme. So she's just got a few little things that she's seen or ideas that she's got that she would like to talk about. I'm going to hand over to you, Louisa.
Lovely, thanks Becca. Yeah, it's the real highlight actually of my role that I am able to go in and visit schools as part of the Our Schools, Our World programme. I go in and I do a review and I see
yes. I phoned this afternoon to
Oh.
see if it's possible to get an appointment in yet.
Oh, hang on a minute, we got someone who's not muted. Rebecca, I'll let you have a look at that. Yes, I get to go in and see how they're running with the Our School, Our World framework. So part of the framework covers 6 topics, and the idea is that those 6 topics, so 6 sustainability topics, taught 1 per term. So it's a 2-year rolling programme, and one of the topics is waste and consumption. So it was one of the topics that I picked up on the review meetings I conducted over the summer, and I gleaned some really brilliant ideas from the schools I visited. I'm always amazed when I do pop into schools at the innovation and the clever thinking and the hacks that they've devised around these themes. So the picture you can see there is actually from Birchwood Primary School. And that's their recycling centre that's open not only to pupils but also to families and the wider community. Each bin collects a different type of recyclable material, from Babybel wrappers to old spectacles, and there's even a bin for bras. So it's quite a fun way of showing pupils how much can be recycled. A lot of that system works because Birchwood have really dedicated members of staff, as do many of our primary schools, who actually take that recycling to various depots and send it off to be recycled in bigger plants. The beautifully coloured fridge there is their store for pre-loved books, because it provides perfectly waterproof container for pre-loved books, so children can come bring old books and collect old books from there. But other books, other ideas I came across during the review meetings, lots of people are using TerraCycle to recycle things like plastic stationery. Again, often that there are logistical issues of where that recycling is stored, whether it can be collected, or whether you need a volunteer from your staff or your wider community to take that or post that to where it needs to be. But there are also lots of conversations happening around consumption and careful use of resources. So trying to minimise photocopying, minimising laminating, replacing single-use items with reusables, right down from replacing staples for display boards with pins. Also, one school has got rid of plastic pens and they're using pencils for all lessons. Another school asks students to carry textbooks and exercise books through their years. So it always seems to inevitably happen in the last few weeks of an academic year. Students need a new book, they've run out of space. So they end up taking home a book where only a few pages have been written on. So encouraging them to take them up to the next school year is not only a brilliant way of making sure that resource is fully used, but it also shows them how that learning is continuous and it builds on the previous year's learning. I really like that idea. Other ideas include biodegradable stickers for exercise books. So again, just thinking around the procurement, what is being consumed and what will happen at the end of that product's life. Switching milk cartons from plastic for glass. Again, sometimes there's some logistics around that, but that's a really nice example of a way that one school rapidly reduced its plastic waste. And also, many of you may have come across this, I like this hack, replacing glue sticks with sort of homemade DIY tubs of glue sponges. So it's a bit like if you remember stamps, where you used to have a little squidgy, so you could, instead of licking the stamp, you could press the stamp down to stick it on your letter. It's a very similar concept, just uses some washing up sponges, a bit of PVA and some water, and then with a lid that can last for the whole academic year. And it also makes students just a little bit more careful with the amount of glue they're using. Pritt sticks are a bit too easy to overconsume. I think there's always a shortage of Pritt sticks, and then you've got the plastic containers to deal with at the end. So I really like that hack. And if anyone knows of any other kind of waste reduction hacks that work in the classroom that you've tried and tested, please do let us know, and we'll keep an ideas board going on the Our Schools Our World website. So I'd love to hear from you.
Thank you very much, Louisa. Brilliant.